right, hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and immense glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to my elder apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and citation to the hopefully elect, the Bukharim, the house of David, that's been preordained, predestined to get delivered in these lasting times and to be the ruling governing body of the nation of Yasha'Allah. So I want to go into a lesson on how in the year 70 AD, right, the destruction of Jerusalem is going to happen all over again in this time period. All right, the destruction of Jerusalem, which happened in 70 AD. All right, which who destroyed Jerusalem? The Roman Empire, the Roman armies. All right, and we are in the Roman revived. We are in the Roman Empire revived all over again. Compromise of the NATO and EU. Okay. So just to give you a little background, all right. First, this is the year of the four emperors, because you have to understand who led that, that Inquisition, all right, who led the destruction and the downfall of Jerusalem, which it was through a man named Vespasian, but it was through his son named Titus. So this is the year of the four emperors, right? The year of the four emperors, AD 69, was a period of the Roman Empire in which four emperors ruled in succession. The first one was Galba, Otho, Ventilius, and Vespasian. It is considered an important interval highlighting the turmoils of the state of Rome following the reign and suicide of the Emperor Nero. Right, because said on June 9th, right here, in 68 AD, Emperor Nero stood at a villa outside of Rome trying to get up the courage to commit suicide. He was unable to carry out the deed himself and was convinced his secretary to stab him. All right. So it says, previously he had been declared a public enemy by the Senate and was his tumultuous period of rule was followed by a period of civil war, the first Roman civil war since Mark Antony's death in 30 BC. All right. Following this, during June of AD 68 through December of AD 69, Galba, Otho, and Vitellius successfully rose and fell. The latter overlapping with the July AD 69 ascension of Vespasian, who founded the Flavian dynasty. Right. Okay. So you can see right here, Vespasian from 69 AD, 21st December, it's all the way to June 23rd of 79 AD. All right. So now we have that. Let's go into the siege of Jerusalem. All right. So it says the siege of Jerusalem. So remember, Vespasian was a successor. The siege of Jerusalem in the year 70 AD was the decisive event of the first Jewish-Roman war, which they were going against the Sicarii. And Yahushua prophesied and told the people, when you shall see all these signs, flee into the wilderness, get the hell out, because you're not going to win, you're going to die. All right. It says, in which the Roman army captured in which the Roman army captured the city of Jerusalem and destroyed both the city and its temple. The Roman army, led by future Emperor Titus with Tiberius Julius Alexander, which he was an Israelite. Tiberius Julius Alexander, he was just part of the Roman army, a general. As his second in command, besieged and conquered the city of Jerusalem, which had been controlled by Judean rebel factions since 66, following the Jerusalem riots of 66, when the Judean provisional government was formed in Jerusalem. All right. And they died. The last strong point was in Masada, which, they eventually killed themselves in 73 AD. But really, they destroyed Jerusalem, the temples, in 70 AD. And that's when a majority of Israelites already fled, the ones who took heed, and the ones who didn't died and perished. All right. And the last ones were the Sicarii. They were trying to fight against the Roman armies, or against Titus and Julius, Tiberius Julius Alexander. All right, but they didn't travail. All right, so let's get some scriptures. That's why it says right here, Matthew 24, verse 20. It says, Salakia. I don't know why I went to Baruch. That was weird. Matthew 24, verse 20. And it reads, But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day. Right. Talking about 70 AD. Okay? Because that was a crucial time for our people, man. That was literally the last time we ever seen that land, really, as a whole nation. That was it. After that, we fled and we went to other lands. All right. Jake came back during the Byzantine Empire, but that was, over there in parts of like Asia Minor and Rome. The capital was in Turkey, all right, Istanbul or Constantinople. But that was the last time we were in that nation as a whole, And now that now that land has been, is being ruled by bastards, man. Okay, these gutter rats, these fake Jews, these Israelis, which are not God's people, or Edomites. But it's gonna be a time worse than that, man. All right, 70 AD is gonna come back all over again because they're already besieging this land. You people don't understand. They're already besieging it. This is why you have all these ports. The elder Muatazak of GMSLA was going into yesterday how he was in a line, and long story short, the guy said how they were supposed to have like 10 pallets of Pepsi, and Pepsi is a company that has a variety of waters and sodas, right, and other things. But they were supposed to have 10 pallets of that, and they only brought in 2. And he said that's happening all over. That's happening all over the U.S. All right. So a besiegement is already happening. Okay. So you're gonna see, food prices skyrocket. Oh, let me get this. Actually, came to my attention, came to my mind. Second Ezra chapter 6 verse 22, and suddenly, see, it says and suddenly. All right, meaning it can just happen like that, and it's going to happen. All right, remember last year with this whole pandemic, it just happened out of nowhere. I remember the day, March 14th. All right, that's actually my curse day. The last day of the Passover. Okay, but it happened out of nowhere. It just boom. All right, pandemic. People were going to stores. I remember the day. It was long lines. People were just buying food. There was no more toilet paper, no more water. All right. But now these companies are keeping these items. All right. They're not bringing all of them out. All right. They're keeping them inside these warehouses, man. Okay. So they're controlling they're controlling this whole thing. All right. A famine will come. But it says, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, and the full storehouses shall be suddenly empty, or shall be suddenly found empty. Right. Oh, and another thing too, because they're controlling, all the substance, right? All the produce, the necessary or the essential things that people need. Like diapers, laundry detergent, all right, and of course, what you need daily, food and water, all right. They're controlling all these things, and they're not, they're only bringing out a little inside these stores, and they're blaming it, saying it's not enough drivers, but there is enough, all right. It's all being controlled, man. But this is what's going to happen as well, all right. Let me get this. Second Ezra chapter 15 verse 12. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten, and the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. Egypt, meaning the house of bondage, Matazarium, all right, which is America, okay? It says, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it, all right? And the foundation is this whole economic system. The dollar is losing its value, all right? You know, a lot of these plagues have been hitting this place, like the fires destroyed a lot of farmlands. The ratio, these hurricanes have been hitting the Midwest a lot. Again, a lot of these farmlands have been hit. All right, so it's one thing that they're controlling. They're barely putting like, how can I say it? They're barely putting out produce inside these stores. All right, they're controlling the whole thing. But it's another thing, which I'm gonna read. It says this: they that till the ground shall mourn. So these farmers, for their seed shall fail through the blasting and hail, and with a fearful constellation. Right. So woe to the world and them that dwell therein. So a fearful constellation. And you know, that's how you will know when's the right time to crop, the harvest. All right, your almanac. All right. But it says they shall have a fearful constellation, and their seed shall fail through the blasting and hail. Okay. So these farmlands won't produce. It won't yield any fruit. It won't yield any substance. So that's one thing that they're controlling the substance, barely putting items and produce in these storehouses. But it's another thing that, where they get the produce from, it all starts from the farmlands, you know. It's another thing that's being destroyed, all right? So you have the where it originates from, all right, the produce, from the farmlands, that's getting destroyed, okay? And then they're barely putting food out, it's all being controlled, okay? So a famine is coming, man. A famine is coming, all right? It's already here, really. So let me get let me see. Isaiah, because hey, we're gonna be good, man. The elect, Lord willing, I'm part of that. All right, we're gonna be good. But these people are gonna be through out here, man. And 70 AD will happen all over again. The besiegement, because that's what they did. They were besieging the land, all right, and they were trying to starve us out. And that's the same thing what they're doing over here in America. They're gonna try to starve these peons out, man. All right, these peons. They're going to put them in FEMA camps, all right? They're already being set up. They're already set up, actually, these concentration camps, Isaiah 65, verse 13. Therefore, thus said the Lord power, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Right? And all these people are going to be ashamed real soon. And they're going to be thirsty. And they're going to be languishing. They're going to be in a pitiful case, man. Famine. A famine is coming. All right? Again, like I said, they're already controlling these all the produce, barely putting them out. And then, that's another thing. All right? Where it comes from, all right, where it originates from, the farmlands, that's being destroyed. All right? The ratios that happened last year, all right? The fires that happened, okay? That were destroying the farmlands, all right? That backed everything up, all right? And these people they have no clue. And the things that they get from China, China, I think they're, because the floods, that wiped out a lot of ports, all right? And they're barely sending anything out, okay? This thing is all being orchestrated, man, all right? All being orchestrated really from the Most High, okay? The Most High is bringing these plagues and these devastations to this planet, man, because the wickedness of this place, and these people need to be judged, man, all right? But hey, we're gonna be good, man. We're gonna be eating, drinking, and rejoicing, while the opposite for these people, man, they're gonna be ashamed, all right? And good riddance to these people, man. So I just want to get that, a 70 AD will happen all over again. Just give some background history, All right. And what do you know? You have, everything reincarnates in the spirit. You have the Sakari back here again. And they're going to try to fight, but they're going to lose. All right. We're waiting for Yahweh Shemashah. We're waiting for our power to give us spiritual power. We ain't going to fight. All right. With these devils, man. That's their blessing is a sword. Okay. That's not how the Most High wants us to do it. He's the director. He already told us and gave us the script on what to do. And that's just to have faith, to trust in him, to fear him, to move wisely, and just wait. And the Lord's going to protect us, man. And you have to believe that. All right. You have to truly believe that, man. A lot of these people have no faith. All right. A lot of these people have no hope, you know. So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I like to give all praise, honor, and immense glory unto Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rachah HaKodash. Double honors to my other apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and salutation to the hopeful elect. And with that, Shalom.